Hey, what's up guys, Joshua Boost here and welcome back to another One Piece gameplay video. So I have a match from locals between my friend Gia on the left, who is in Kinemon, which is probably like the most popular deck in the current format, as far as I can tell from the past few bigger tournaments in this format. And myself on the Black Smoker deck, which I definitely think is not the most popular deck, but I definitely think it's very good. And it did win the European Regional, I think. So, yeah, very solid deck. We see Kinemon going first, because I think I won the die roll. And he goes for just the bunny. And I respond by playing the Garb, which is, of course, a pretty aggressive play. Because it pretty much telegraphs that next turn I'm gonna be swinging on the leader for 7 with Smoker and for either 5 or 6 with the Garb, which will be removing the bunny as well with its effect. However, as we can see here, he's actually gonna be playing out the Izo for 2 because of the Kinemon effect to put my Garb to a rested state, and he can actually just run over with the leader, which is I mean, that's of course a possibility against green, right? Because either the Izo could have tapped it, or Nekamamushi, or the 4-drop Yamato as well, because of the Kinemon effect. But then, of course, he wouldn't have been able to use the Bonnie. But honestly, it's not that bad that he's forced to play the Izo here, because it does mean he just has one 2k counter less, right? And now my Smoker can just run over the Bonnie, and I can use my remaining 4 Don to play out the forecast, which could be either Kusan or Borsalino, but we see it's actually a Borsalino here, which is probably the best card in the deck. Just, you know, a 4-cost 6k blocker that can't be destroyed by effects, very strong. It's specifically this matchup by Borsalino is not the best card actually, because of all the suspending that the green deck does. But still, just having a 6k body on the opponent's turn is pretty strong, and you can just go a little bit more aggro with it in this matchup. Izo gonna swing in for 5 here. I opt to just take the damage. And then he swings in with Kinemon for 5 as well, so I'm just basically just a free block, right? Because the Borsalino does become 6k in the opponent's turn. He's gonna play out the Kiko for 2, and then Momonosuke as well. So it's pretty nice setup here. The Okiku is definitely gonna be able to suspend my Borsalino next turn if he wants to. So that means I might as well go a little bit more aggressive with the Borsalino. Depending on my hand, of course. But yeah, I definitely think green is favored in this matchup, but I think it's one of the better matchups for green. You're really fighting for board control, and I just think the mechanics for green are pretty good into the black mechanics. Gonna swing in with 7 here, because I do make the Momonosuke 0. But now I do have the Kobe to answer the Okiku, so that means that I get to keep my Borsalino on the field as the big blocker, which is definitely the best response you can have against the Okiku. He also has 2 bodies on board now, which means he won't be able to drop his Odin for his 7 Don if he has access to it. So he's just gonna go Momonosuke, look at the top 5. And he's gonna be adding the Odin here, so now I definitely know it's probably coming next turn. So still 6 Don left, I think, which he could use to go a little bit more aggro, but he decides to just swing with 5, and I'm gonna go Borsalino here. And now potentially, if he wants to, he can use a lot of first Ramon Don to boost up the Izo to try to run over the Borsalino. But honestly, I kind of want him to try that, because that means he will be using a lot of Don to try to out one of my guys, which will be unsuccessful because of the counters. So you're gonna be swinging with 7, maybe even 8. Here, yeah, I think it's 8 on the Borsalino. So that means I will have to use 2 cards. And we do see here I'm gonna drop double 2k counters. So not ideal, but you know, keeping that Borsalino on the field is definitely, you definitely want that. He still has 1 Don open, which he's gonna keep open, so it means that maybe actually has... Oh, it doesn't actually gonna play out the bunny. I was gonna say that, but this is pretty much telegraphing he has the Paradise Waterfall, but just gonna set the body there, which is definitely very good. It's also one of the things that make the green deck so very powerful. That they have access to all the both Momonosuke and the Bonnie, which it also had in the past set, but now the Momonosuke is actually even better than it was last set. Kobe going to swing over the Momonosuke. I do have 8 Dawn to work with here. Do a little think. We can see the Sakazuki in my hand, so I can try to go a little bit aggro and then actually go super aggro here. Yeah, just go swinging with the Borsalino over the Izo. So he will have to discard 2 cards if he wants to keep his Izo on the field. At least like a 2k blocker and a 1 or 2k counter and a 1k counter. But the thing is, if he does opt to do that now, he just knows I'm gonna swing with the Smoker. So maybe it would have been better to just swing with the Smoker first, and then he would maybe block because he wouldn't expect me to attack with the Borsalino. But hindsight is 2020. And now I'm just gonna be able to go a little bit more aggro to actually take a life, which is also not bad, right? So gonna swing with 9k here, but yeah, he's just going to take without even considering countering, because he would have to waste so many cards from his hand. And I'm actually gonna finish the turn by playing out a Garp, which again will allow me to go a little bit more aggressive on the next turn and also get rid of the Bonnie without having to actually attack it, which is nice. Kinemon gonna attack my Kobe, and I would have to... Oh, right, I had... Oh, this is really good actually. So I go Shockwave to boost up the Kobe, and then the Shockwave's also gonna be able to get rid of the Bonnie to cut him off from the Surge. Very strong here. And now he does have a pretty aggro setup, but I can definitely also go in pretty aggressively on the next turn. He does have the 1 open done though, which again might be Paradise Waterfall, but in this case he also probably kept it open and used for the Bonnie, which was disrupted by the Shockwave. But yeah, he's definitely going to be able to do some significant damage to my board, I think. Okay, so I go hard play through, -2 goes to 6, -1 with the smoke effect goes to 5, and that's exactly the threshold you need to get rid of the Odin with the Sakazuki. And my opponent actually forgets, I think, to bring out something from the Odin here, because I definitely think he would have brought out Okiku if he didn't forget. Most likely, right? Or Izo could even be good, but yeah, Okiku definitely better. And Smoker now going to swing in for 7. And he's going to counter by using Apu, 2k counter, as well as X-Drake if I remember correctly. Just a 1k counter. I was thinking about a little, but yeah, and then Kobe's just gonna swing in for 5. Really chipping away at his hand here. And the extra going to opt to take the hit, it looks like. Yeah. Then draws. And now he doesn't have the Odin on the field anymore. So he's gonna have to try to, put some other big body on the field. I do have to admit, I think I have 0 cards in hand. So he boosts up his Kinemon to 6 here, just because if he swings with 5, I can just block with the Borsalino for free. But now I won't be able to block and counter, so I basically just have to take the hit on the Kobe. He's gonna bring out the Killer, put it down on it. However, it doesn't actually do anything at this point because it only has the draw effect on block if he has 3 bodies on field, which he doesn't at this moment. And then he's gonna go Bonnie, hit into 7-drop Kit. 4 Dawn open. So he probably doesn't have something like an Okiku to set up here. Yeah, he's actually gonna pass turn. I'm just gonna draw a single card. And this is just the moment to go super aggressive, I think. I could potentially even go aggressive with the Tsuru Guide if I really wanted to. But first gonna go draw a card from the Kuzan just to see what my options are. Usually it's not good to first play and then attack, because especially with so many Dawn open, because you could just walk into the Punk Gibson. But I think it's important to go for the draw first, just to see if I do get some other option before I start distributing my Dawn among my characters. Still 4 Dawn open here. It was like block draw, and I was like, oh wait, no, that's not how it works. He's actually just gonna go 1k counter on the Garb. And now Sakazuki is going to swing in for 7. So if he does have Punk Gibson here, again, in hindsight, maybe would have been better to try to swing in for 9. Because now he's gonna Punk Gibson and also be able to tap my Borsalino. And now Smoker is going to go in for, I assume, 8. And he's just going to block with the Killer. Right, so I'm still in a very commanding position. Like, I don't have any cards in hand, but my field's just super aggressive. Especially since green can't really get rid of bodies on the board without attacking. And there is no rush in the deck, right? So yeah, he's just gonna play the 7-drop kit here. For the full cost, of course, because it's not a Land of Wano character. Still very strong, and now Kinemon is just going to swing in over the... Actually going to opt to just swing over the Garb. Oh, right, I get why. It's because I played the Rosinante, but now he's going to play... Oh, psych. Not going to play the... What's it called again? What you call it again? It's Odin's wife, but I can't... Toki. Right, Toki. But yeah, playing that out doesn't do anything here because there's no Odin on the field or Yamato, which has the name of Odin. So yeah, going to swing in with 7. Here with Kuzan, give -4 to the kid. And here it's really strong that I managed to protect my Garb because my Garb is now my only form of removal. He's thinking here. But in the end, I think he's going to block and then Paralyze Waterfall. So yeah, block 7, then Paralyze Waterfall, make it 9, and yeah, put it active again. But now I had like the most godly top deck imaginable. I got the structure deck home Mappo, which makes it -3. So now the Garb can attack for 5, and then actually, since the kit is 0, just get rid of it. So definitely insane top deck. And then I have my remaining Don to just go super aggressive. Might even be game here, if he doesn't have enough counters in hand. I have 3 attacks and 2 of them have to connect. So yeah, we're gonna find out. I also did a little bit of a mistake here in the end, I think, because I probably should have put it down under the Smoker before getting rid of the kid, just to get the extra plus 1000. But I can't really remember if it matters, but that definitely would have been better. Then Sakazuki is going to swing in for 8, which he takes, and then the Smoker's also going to swing in for 8, which could have been 9. But yeah, there is no counter power in the hand, or at least not nearly enough. So yeah, that's actually going to be the game. GG, see you in the next one.